Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we're gonna customize these rig headphones. Here's one, and let me show you the other one. I have another one over here and a couple more controllers. So once again, we partner up with Kustom Kontrollerz, so it's going to be a very simple, clean look. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here it is, two controllers. We got the Rig 500 Pro here, Rig 700 HD, and then this is the Rig 400HX. So we're going to go ahead and open these up, get them cleaned up, sand them, tape them, and shoot them. Nope. Alright, let's get that fixed. Let's go ahead and put that back on there. So what I'm using is professional grade carpet installing double-sided tape, which I got on Amazon. Alright, so I already sanded these and washed them with water. Now I'm going to wipe them down to try to get all the grease off of them. So it's fairly easy. These guys just pop out of here. The casing does right here, and then the foam in here, simply you take that tab and you slide it forward, and it'll slide off through here. And then once you get this one off, you'll slide the other one on the other side. Now this is the first time I'm doing these, so I'm trying to figure out the best way and easy way to paint them. So I'm trying different ways to mask them up, and hopefully they work. Alright, so I started taping one side, and I decided to take the risk and see if I'm able to remove the foam. So the only reason is if I tape it up, I won't be able to get to certain parts, like right here. See how it's hitting the bottom? So kind of pulling on it. So that's coming off. So that's gonna save me a lot of time. So I'm just gonna tape this whole area out, and I'm gonna spray it so it'll be easier for me. So I'm just gonna tape that, and let's go ahead and do it on this other side. I'm just gonna take this off here. I was also afraid that I was going to damage this. It feels very thin. Not this. This is nice and thick and very comfortable. But this other section here, I don't know if it just feels like that or if it's actually thin. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's double-sided, so it just feels very very soft. So I'm gonna take that off, and so it just kind of rotates. So I'm sticking my finger all the way in there and just giving it a little bit of a pressure. There it goes. The good thing is I was able to remove the foam piece from the earphones, so I was able to tape those up fairly easy. While these earphones were easy to paint, so they were very time consuming because I had to tape a lot of the pieces, and I had to sand all the pieces as well. And of course there's cleaning involved, and that takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to take a piece of vinyl and I'm going to try to tape along this edge right here. I don't think this masking tape is strong enough for that, so I'm going to use a little bit more, something that's a little bit more tacky, because I have a tiny little bit of edge to work. So let's see if this helps. As I was working with the vinyl, I noticed it wasn't sticking that well, and I figured it might be easier for me to use small pieces and use the masking tape instead. And I'm gonna do small pieces at a time. So I just remember I want to create some sort of a giveaway. I'm not really sure what type of item I should give away, so let me know what you guys are interested in. I was thinking about some shoes, maybe some Air Force Ones, custom painted with a well, if you like the Lakers, I can give away the, you know, like a theme, Laker theme shoes, or, you know, another team. So I'm kind of up in the air about that, so let me know comment in the comments below and let me know what you guys want to see me give away, whether it be shoes or a jacket. I'm still thinking about it, so hopefully I'll get you guys' input, and I want to give that away. Let's put the batteries to charge while we're taping all of these headphones. So for these little tiny little holes, I'm using a little bit of paper and just kind of crumble them up as tight as I can, and using a screwdriver I'm just pushing them in those little holes, and then that'll kind of prevent the paint from going in there. As you can see in the background, I went ahead and taped up the cord with masking tape, and then because I'm not able to separate both the left and the right ear housings when they're connected by the wire, of course, I had to take like a plastic bag and put the cable in there and kind of wrap it up so it wouldn't get covered in paint. Again, using the double-sided tape, I'm just going to tape both housings together so it's easier for me to hold while I'm painting the entire thing. Now let's do the 700 HD and let's see what that looks like. So I've never seen these in person, and after working with them, I gotta say the quality of them is very nice. The foam is super comfortable, and then the top, I guess the top frame is really comfortable as well. So I'm thinking about getting some for myself. Let's pop those out, get them ready for paint. Hey guys, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so if you can do me a favor and share this channel and share it with people that like custom products, custom gifts, or anybody that has a business and needs branded merchandise, I can definitely help with that as well. So hopefully I'll get your help and we can reach 1,000 subscribers. Alright, so I wanted to take everything apart and wanted to remove this here so I can have the housing by itself, but it seems like this was installed in here and then was crimped after it was put in through this this housing here, so it's going to be impossible for me to remove it unless I cut these wires, and I don't want to cut those. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of taping. At first I was thinking about just taping this off with this line here, taping this down here, and then painting all this black right here, leaving the gold here and painting the inside. But I think I'm gonna have a hard time getting this line perfectly straight with the knife. So what I'm gonna end up doing instead is I'm gonna paint the whole thing white and try to cover or tape off as much as I can off the buttons. Seems like there's enough space in here to push the tape in there, and then obviously I can just put paper in here and fill this with paper as well. So it's gonna be a little bit of tape work. Obviously we gotta tape this and tape this over here. Over here on this other side, there's really nothing to worry about. We're gonna tape this, and tape this, and this ring around here. So if you're planning on airbrushing or painting small items like this, just make sure you give yourself a lot of time, because it does take several hours to tape, clean, sand, paint, and allowing it for drying, and then assembling everything back together. So just be cautious and just know that it's going to take a little bit of time. So reserve maybe a week for you to take your time and work on each piece, so you don't you don't screw up or miss paint, or screw up the paint once it's dry. Alright, there we have it. Got a little bit more tape on that. But essentially I tape these guys together, so then I can pick that up and kind of spray like that. Let me show you the ring there, tape there. There. Even though that little sander works pretty good, it was kind of hard for me to get inside those small holes, even with my fingers. So just be aware that it's going to be kind of hard for you to sand in between those areas. And of course, if you don't sand, sometimes the paint will lift. So just be aware of that, and be aware, you know, of the item that you're painting, and see if you're going to have trouble in the future or not. So Rig is a brand by Nakun, and they make other stuff other than headsets. They make controllers, keyboards, mice, gaming chairs, and other accessories. And I was looking on their website, and they have headsets that are from $40 all the way up to $150. And I gotta say, the comfort of the you know, the earpiece was really good. And I hate, you know, having hard headsets, because after like 30 minutes, you know, being on a call with a client, it really starts hurting my ears. So the fact that these are nice and soft makes me want to get these. So I think probably next month or next week I'll probably get a headset. I'm not really sure which one, but I noticed that the majority of them have that same foam, so I'm pretty confident that they're going to be nice and comfortable. So now that everything is taped up, I'm going to go ahead and take Autoborne sealer and shoot everything together. This way it's a little bit easier. It's kind of like a quicker way to do production. Disassemble everything together, tape everything together, and then shoot everything together. Makes it a little bit easier. Again, we're shooting 3 different types of headsets and 2 different types of controllers. I use my plotter to cut the logo. If you don't have a plotter, you can use your Cricut, which essentially is a plotter, or you can probably use tape and draw the you know, the logo on there, which is going to be a little bit hard to do, but if that's the only thing that you have, then might as well do that. If you guys want to get a hold of these custom controllers, or if you want to make your own custom controller, no matter what design it is, make sure to check out Kustom Kontrollerz. They're one of the leaders in modded and truly modified custom controllers here in the United States, actually in the world, but they're locally here in Orange County, California. So make sure to check them out. Not only do they work with consumers, Kustom Kontrollerz also works with the actual brands themselves and the game makers. So make sure you follow them on Instagram and check out their website with all the new and latest designs. And of course, you can always send your own design, and they'll be able to help you out. For this controller, I wanted to do something special, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray metallic gold before I apply the translucent orange. This way, when you look at it under a light, it really gives that candy look to it, so it's going to look really nice once it's done. I'm just going to remove the excess gold and use the same cup. I'm not even going to clean it. I'm just going to shoot it straight through, since it's going to go on top anyways, and I'm putting a lot of layers of orange, so you can just go ahead and, you know, continue with the next color. If you're changing color, of course, you want to clean your cup and your tools out. So I'm going to do 3 layers and keep the orange layers very light. This way the gold underneath really shines, and it's looking pretty good. So before it dries, I'm gonna go ahead and peel that stencil, otherwise it's gonna stick on there and it's gonna be super difficult to get that out of there. For this black controller, we're gonna do something very special. So right now I'm gonna just protect the black that I have on the controller now, so I don't get any, you know, fingerprints on there. So let's put that aside, and I'm now going to prepare the white that's going to be sprayed on all the headsets. So since it's going to be just a basic color, I'm going to put a little bit of Autoborn sealer mixed within the actual paint. This way it gives it a little bit more durability, and it sticks a little bit nicer as well. Don't forget to add a little bit of water, like maybe 10%. This way it shoots really nice through the airbrush. Guys, we're almost to the end. I can't wait for you to see the end result, and this is the last controller. Let's go ahead and get started on the black one. It's very special, kind of unique. I've never done it before, so I'm kind of excited. Using my vinyl cutter, I went ahead and did the logo again, cut it out, but this time I'm using the negative because we are spraying none other than truck bed liner on that controller. And let's go ahead and see what that looks like. It came out really nice. It really has a nice texture to it. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work or not, but I was confident the paint was definitely gonna stick, so I figured might as well give it a try, and it turned out that it looks really nice, and it's definitely gonna be durable. Alright guys, and we are done. These controllers came out really nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let's have a moment and enjoy. Hey guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you guys think of the controllers and the headsets. Let me know if you guys are looking to see something else get painted or customized, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So take it easy for now.